Hey y'all, happy Thursday. So I listen to a lot of reseller podcasts, and one of the things I always hear them talk about is the fast nickel over the slow dime. Meaning it's better to sell something for nickel quickly than to wait around to get full price, because you can multiply that nickel 2, 3, 4 times in the amount of time it takes you to wait to get the dime. And I think about that often in my business model because I feel like it's kind of a little bit of both. But if I had to choose, I would say I'm more of a fast nickel. I'm not afraid to shoot for a high price on an item, but if it's not moving, I'll put it on sale. I'll send an offer out. I send an offer as soon as it's available for me to send on almost everything in my store. May not always be the same percentage based on how new it is or how great the item is, but I'll always send that offer. And I'm accepting offers when people send them to me, because buying the thing and then keeping the thing, hoping you get maximum dollar for it, it may never sell. But accepting an offer, that cha-ching comes a couple seconds later. Like in the case of this table sweeper. It is new old stock, found it at an estate sale. I paid $1 for it, and I didn't even comp it there. Turns out the comps are pretty good, can be up to $25. But somebody sent me a $14 offer last night, and I said, how long is that thing gonna take to sell? Probably a while. So I accepted it. So I took $1 and turned it into 14. Would I have been better off waiting a year for somebody to pay 25? Or am I happy that it sold a week after I listed it? I'm happy. And now I have $14 to go buy more stuff to turn into more money. So I am fast nickel all the way. Even if some of my items are slow moving, like this vintage eyeglass case. This is a tooled leather, really decorative eyeglass case that you would have gotten from an optometrist back in like the 40s or 50s. They put their promotional advertising on it. Now all you get is like a little neoprene sleeve or a cheap plastic box. But this thing, high quality, and I picked it up at an estate sale for $1. It sold for $12.71, and I'm sure the person who bought it is gonna love it. And I turned $1 into $12 plus. So that's pretty awesome. Now, I have sold a matchbook, you guys. I've had several of these kind of pulled aside and listed for a while individually, and it's not my area of expertise, but basically the ones that I thought were pretty cool. And I finally sold one. There's this Old Dominion, which is the nickname of Virginia, the Old Dominion State Boating Club matchbook that I maybe paid 10 cents for at an estate sale. It sold for $8.46. Now that was a slow nickel. I did some research on matchbooks recently, and it turns out people are more apt to buy them if they don't have the matches in them. But I didn't really feel like putting in the work to tear them out, so I just have them listed as they are. Now we have a paperback book going out, and this is the autobiography, The Happy Hooker, and it is what it sounds like. I found it at the bins for $1. It sold for $9.95. I believe that is the third copy of that book I have sold. Now we're heading up top to our Christmas bin and pulling down these gift tags. These are 12 new old stock gift tags made by the brand Eureka, and definitely got MCM vibes to them. I paid $1 at a private pick for them, and they sold for $6. Now we're heading into our ephemera box, and we sold a sticker. We've sold a couple of these. I think I got like 10 or 12 of these at an estate sale, and they've kind of been slowly trickling out. They are a military themed item, so sometimes that stuff moves a little bit better for me than others. This is the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle decal, and it is definitely older. I paid 10 cents. I paid $1 for all of them, and it sold for $6.76, all by itself. And we're heading back into that box to grab an old vacuum manual. Now, I thought the art on this was super cool. Somebody might be buying it to use it to pair up with their vacuum that they have, but the graphics on this just were 100% worth saving. So I got this in a lot with some other ephemera at an estate sale, so I paid maybe $1 for it. But let's look through the pictures here, because I think this is super sweet. I love that 1954. I love that 50s, 60s style advertising. Kind of a combo of pictures and text and illustrations. Really neat item, I think. Definitely worth saving. Paid $1. It sold for $21.95, so apparently somebody else thought it was worth saving too. Now we have some napkin rings going out, and this whole tub is full of napkin rings, but I want to say these are the first ones I ever picked up. I found these at the bins. There's only 3. I really wish I'd found 4, but they are from Pier 1, and you can't get stuff at Pier 1 anymore. So definitely worth a pickup. New with tags, really pretty green beaded. I love them. I paid 50 cents by weight at the bins. They sold for $6. That was another offer I accepted because that dime came very slowly. I waited a long time for those to sell, so I was happy to get them moving. Now we have an item I got recently at a thrift store. You might have seen the video when I found it. This is a DIY light switch cover, and it's got that goose with the ribbon. Really cool. Paid 98 cents. It sold for $15.95. I have one more left. Now we're grabbing our stool and going up to our creative memory shelf. You guys should be proud. I've started listing Christmas Annalie dolls, including that giant one over there. He's like 16 inches tall, huge. But that's not what sold. We sold a Creative Memories album. And this is the less common size of 8.5 by 11. 12 by 12 are pretty much the standard. So any of the smaller sizes that sell, I'm happy with. This is new old stock, of course, and it does have pages inside, which is nice. I paid $0.25 at an estate sale for this. It sold for $24.95. Just a few more things going out. First, we're going to start with a patch. And this is from the ski resort Massanutten in Virginia. I love that little owl one. I think that one's super cool. But Massanutten is in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And this is a little bit newer one here. I have been to the ski resort. Probably the only one in Virginia I've been to. I paid $0.25 for it. It sold for $10.75. And it was from that highway sale where I bought all the keychains and patches and backstage passes from that young couple. And these are still here. So if you know anybody that needs a size medium, like a 9-10 size men's, makes a great Father's Day gift. Buy your dad some slippers, because that's not what sold. This is. These are little plastic decorations, or like little flowers that you hook onto your Christmas lights. I remember my grandma having a bunch of Christmas trees in her house with these kind of floral lights on them. Makes it really pretty. Lots of fun color, and obviously you can use them whatever kind of Christmas lights you want. I paid $1 at an estate sale. They sold for $24.95. There's over 90 of them in that bag. So good deal for me, good deal for the buyer. All right, and one last item going out. This is a pair of eyeglasses, which if you're going to list eyeglasses, you need to make sure that you list them as frames only. And I found these on that highway sale I just went to. I thought I saw markings on the inside of the nose and thought maybe they're silver, but there are no markings on them. It was just like scratches in the metal, but they still look like they might be silver, but I don't know. I paid $3, listed them for $19.95, and they sold pretty quickly. So in total, I have $8.18 into all these items, and they sold for $182.38, which is 22 times my money. And a lot of deals were given, a lot of offers were accepted, but I'm happy to get the stuff moving because that's how we make money. Now it's all packed up and heading to the post office. We will see you guys tomorrow with another video of what's sold.